Okay, so my cousin asked me about what I thought about hair typing, and I think for me, anything that sort of causes some sort of discrimination, I shy away from. Um, I will find out the basis and what it's about, and decide whether I want to be a part of it, believe it, use it. But I think that, for me, I'm not on any journey. I've always been natural. I've been natural most of my life. I did relax my hair for probably 7 years when I was going to graduate school. So I was old enough at the time. Relaxed my hair in graduate school because I had this misconception that graduate school was going to be this very difficult program. Will be inundated with classes, when in actuality you really just take 3 or 4 classes a semester, or 2, sometimes 1, and so the workload is manageable. So that was the only reason, and I hated every moment of that. I never liked my hair relaxed. So as soon as I went back home, I was in college in the States, and then I went back home, I just shaved it all off. So back to the hair typing. So for me, I feel like I've never been on a journey. But for the people who are on a journey and are now getting to know their natural hair because they've always had relaxed hair, and then I guess around the world, and particularly in the States, where you can't wear your hair a certain way in the work world. I notice that sometimes kids are on the news because their hair is kinky and supposedly the fro is too big and it's in the way. And just because people of another ethnic group don't understand our hair, they will put some sort of regulation. And we also need to respect that as well. However, I am one of those free spirits. I want to be able to do whatever I want with my hair as long as I'm presentable and respectful, and I don't do anything against or offend anyone. Fine. But then to now have this hair typing, where to me, maybe the idea was to help people understand their hair and able to know what or how to treat it, what products to use. I think it has been taken out of context and it's more discriminatory now. I don't think the person who created it or the people who created it or thought about it, that was their intention. It probably was the intention to understand your hair better, to know that there are different textures, the different coils, the different kinks, and if you have certain types of kinks and coils, this is how you can better manage your hair. But now it sort of segregates. Oh, it means you'll have the nicer hair, the finer hair, the softer hair. But I think over the last 7 years that I have been following certain, let's say, hair tubers, natural hair ladies, and my reason for following these people was just because I was fascinated by YouTube and fascinated about all the things that we do to our hair. I wanted hairstyles, looking for hairstyles, looking for products. And you're finding that, when I first started following the natural hair community, not purposefully, was that a lot of the softer hair types, the more like Latina kind of hair, were the popular ones. But as people got to know that their hair could grow longer, stronger, with tighter curls, kinkier curls, like African hair, African export, she's an example. Vanya Luz, what's her name again? There's the girl from Kenya. Anyway, they had very tight curls, short hair. Now they have long, soft hair. A complete contrast from when they started. And even myself, when I think of my hair as a young girl, my texture is totally different from now, especially now that I color treat my hair. So my hair, the curls are probably looser because of the color treatment. So for me, it's like, and then we all know that maybe the crown of your hair is a different texture, the front is, the back is. And I find that depending on the products you use, your hair changes considerably. There's certain conditioners I use where my hair looks like the wet look, and then there are other products I use, my hair is as crisp and dry, and I really don't know what to do. I also am one of those people who likes my hair in its dry form. So the curl thing is just by chance that, if it happens, fine. But I'm really not looking to get the best curl. But I feel that when it becomes this sort of separatist, discriminatory, where there are the girls with the 3C, the 3A, the 1A, and the 4F, I don't know. But I feel that we have a problem with that. If you look at my subscribers, there are a variety of hair types, because I always feel that you can learn from people whose hair is not like yours, whose hair is like yours, or I subscribe to people for a variety of reasons. So in terms of the hair typing, I think that it's one way of learning how to take better care of your hair. You can, through the hair typing, you can find YouTubers with the hair type you think you are like, and follow them and learn how they take care of their hair. That's one aspect. But when it comes to whose hair is nicer, whose hair is better, no. I feel the hair that's beautiful varies. And so the intention may have been to help us, but I think sometimes it's taken out of context. And I feel that we have come so far, particularly in the United States. I don't live there anymore, but particularly in the United States, when you've now had a breakthrough where we can now appreciate our kinky hair, we now can wear our hair to work in its natural state, and nobody's going to fire you or put you on probation, or, then to have this typing thing come in to kind of now like, okay, so maybe the girls with the 3A curls are, they can wear their hair out, but the girls with the 4F hair, you need to do something about it. You need to relax it, stuff like that. So for me, if it's used in a positive light, I'm happy. Otherwise, I really am not that kind of person. I didn't grow up that way. I had a mother who was like, you better think independently and not follow the crowd and think that that's who you are. You are your own unique individual. And my father, who is very comfortable in his own skin and an expert at what he does. So you have that. So I'm not going to be, my siblings and myself and my relatives who've grown up with us, are very independent thinkers. So when you have things like hair typing and stuff, you kind of want to know what that is about, but it doesn't mean you're going to follow it. So for those of you out there, use it as one way of learning more about your hair type, or something that assists you, helps you. Because at the end of the day, which is something my mother always told me, and my sister and my relatives who grew up with her, is you need to know how to take better care of your hair than anybody else in the world. You should know your hair better. You should be the best person to take care of your hair. So for me, I'm my hairdresser. I've always had hairdressers who I learn from. They learn from me as well. It's a whole process. When you're my hairdresser, we are talking. We're talking about my hair. We're talking about what you're doing. We're talking about what products you're using. I am also coming in with products I found on the market and showing you and asking you about it. Sometimes they don't know about it, and sometimes that's how we learn. So for me, it's about teamwork. I don't just go to a hair salon and think that, they're going to work miracles. No, it's my hair. I have had my hair on my head for 48 years, and I should know it better than anybody else. So I read a lot of hair products, ingredients, but I've never gone to a site to look for the hair typing information on hair typing per se. If I've come across this, it's because I've been reading about something else, or I've read through comments on somebody's website that they talk about typing. But I'm not going to be influenced by it at all, because I think that hair types change. Many people have started a journey, and you find that they've gone from curly hair to very straight hair as it's gotten longer. And that's what I find with myself as well, that as my hair is getting longer, it's different. It's totally different. So I mean, really, don't let the hair typing thing confuse you. Let it be an aid. And it's not the Bible. It's not etched in stone. It's not the law. It was created by a mere mortal. So there are errors, and it's for you to use in a way that it benefits you. Apart from that, don't make you separate you from the rest, or make you think your hair is better than another. No way. And I think so. In answer to my cousin's question, which is something I never really thought about seriously, I think that those things like hair typing, are out there to help you, to guide you, but they are not the law, and you need to realize that.